2, 3. Okay, here we go.
What are we doing first, by the way? Did that guy
This is
first?
so stressful.
Why? Don't be stressed.
No, but 3 camera. Oh god, the sound, everything, it just it kills me.
It'll be fine.
With video 1,
Okay.
we are doing. Will there be a Rangemaster 2?
Oh, good one. Okay, got
Good
it.
one. Okay, hi guys, and welcome to the show. And look who it is, the myth, the man, the legend.
Hey, how you doing?
How are you?
Good to see you.
Great to have you back.
Haven't seen you in a couple of weeks.
A couple of weeks, yeah, I know. And
Yeah.
by the time this goes out, God knows when
Might
that
be
will
longer
be.
than that, but yeah, I haven't been here in a few months.
Let's do wristwatch check before we forget.
Oh, sure.
Oh, I spotted this at the wind-up.
You saw it at the show, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so this is the Islander Northport with the
beautiful.
seafoam green dial.
Oh, that's a
white
beautiful.
to seafoam green.
You say that's green.
Seafoam green.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, it's like a ripple dial and stuff. Really cool.
That's gorgeous.
Awesome watch.
I love the bicolor bezel that reflects the kind of gradient.
Yeah.
And the date at the bottom.
Yeah, center date.
Yeah, that's very neat. Have you applied the logo?
On this one, because it's a textured dial, it's not applied, but it's part of the dial press.
Right.
So maybe it's not applied, but it's in the mold. It's not painted on.
Very snazzy.
Yeah.
And what's the millimeter of that?
This is 40.
40, right.
Yeah.
When I went to the show, which camera am I talking to? No, I'll do that. When I went to the show, that was the first one that just like
popped.
what's that?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Very impressive.
Good looking watch.
Yeah, very nice.
I love it.
And so this is one of your newer designs.
This one came out over the summer. This one sold out really fast.
Not surprised.
We did 4 colors. 2 of them sold out pretty quickly. And then it'll come back. It's coming back either the end of this year, 2022, beginning of next, and a couple of new colors in the mix as well.
And does it come with the Jubilee always, or?
It comes, so we mixed and matched. So 2 of the styles came on a 3-link. I won't say the word. And the other 2 styles came with this style.
Right. This style. Okay, got it.
Oh, and then my other one.
Oh, yes.
You ever see this one?
No,
This
Damasco.
is a DC86 on their bracelet.
When you had your hand like this, I saw the bracelet.
You thought titanium.
No, I thought Fortis.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Because they have a very similar.
like deep in color too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's so it's kind of like what Zinn has, tegamented steel. This is
Right.
Damasco's hardened, nitrogen hardened steel. Kind of doesn't scratch. Everything about it is just super cool. It's a chrono, so it is a modified. It's a modified valve jewel. They call it a C51. It's center seconds. So that's center seconds, and then this is actually the airplane one. That's center minutes.
Like the La Magna 5100.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly what it's like.
Yeah.
Yeah. So really cool watch. 12-hour elapsed counter at the bottom. Yeah, 24-hour scale on the right. To take up the plates of the
That's
third
a
meter.
serious bit of kit.
Yeah. This is a really nice watch.
Yeah.
I love it.
And what's the size of that one?
Oh, 42.
That looks even bigger than 42, I have to say. Oh.
But you want to feel that?
Yeah.
Excuse us. Nice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, really good.
Slots into place.
I like how you put it right back at 12.
Yeah, I had to. I had to do that. That is very Germanic. All business. Okay.
It's heavy.
Yeah. God, look at the finish. It's so matte. There's
Yeah.
no like.
It's tactical all the way.
That looks like it should be worn in space.
Yes.
Yeah. Incredible. I still haven't reviewed the Damasco, so.
Oh.
One day. Oh, you're an AD for them, right?
I am. I sell this one, but this is my personal one.
Right.
Just like I sell this one, but this is my personal one.
I'm wearing the complete antithesis.
Go ahead. Well, that's perfect because we are the antithesis of each other.
So this is dainty little 36mm, the Safari from Laurier.
Beautiful. I've never seen one.
You've never seen one?
No.
So this is with the blued hands.
Well, I usually at the show, there were a couple of people that came
Wearing them.
wearing
Yeah.
the other color. I saw.
Right, the salmon dye. So this is on the melange strap from Wristwatch Watch Club. They were so kind. They provided all the straps
cool.
as a gift to us.
Oh, cool.
When we came out with the watch.
Oh, that's really nice.
So like whenever I can, I'll mention thank you Wristwatch Watch Club. But
Cool.
it goes with the kind of the safari theme.
Yeah,
you know,
I get it.
The breathable,
Yeah.
like rugged, but yet waterproof.
Yeah.
I thought it was just we had to
nice.
do this, combination. So
It's nice. Perfect for you.
thank you. I haven't worn it for a while because
Oh, yeah.
because of this.
Yeah.
First of all, reactions. How did you feel it went?
Extremely positive.
Right.
I mean, I'll just, kind of set the stage, I guess, right? So we launched on Tuesday. Yeah, November 1st.
It was a Tuesday, yeah.
Yeah, around
that,
11.
That was a crazy weekend.
Around 11 in the morning.
Yeah.
And then you went with your video. I pushed the product live. And I watched, I can see in the back end what's going on. There's people visiting the page. There's a couple people buying. I'm like, okay, good. It's kind of going nicely.
Yeah.
And then as the day wore on, a couple hours later, I was like, oh, bleep. I said, they're flying now.
Right.
And then I think I texted you. I was like, I got to release my video because there's a chance they could sell out by morning.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
sure
yeah.
enough, I think it sold out in, it was like 7 hours and 40
7
minutes.
hours. Wow.
Yeah, under 8 hours, all 500 went.
Wow, that's
which
crazy.
is, kind of insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, it blows my mind just to
Yeah.
use one of your, blows my mind.
Oh, we're gonna make a T-shirt. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, that was astounding. That was totally astounding. Yeah.
I have to say that weekend, because I had seen you, I'd gone, paid you a visit,
Right.
done the show,
Right.
and I hadn't really slept properly. I'd got back.
Right.
I had to rush to finish the video on time because we had coordinated and all
Right.
this stuff. Also, there were samples sent out to other reviewers.
Yeah.
I was so tired. I literally slept the entire next day.
Did you really?
Because I was so exhausted by the end.
Good for you.
By the end of it. But I mean, it was worth it. I think I was nervous because when you said to me, when we were discussing numbers, how many should
we make? Yeah.
A lot of people were like, oh, you should have done more.
Oh, well, hindsight.
In hindsight, yeah. And we would have loved to, but it's an extremely costly undertaking.
Yeah, there's a couple of things that go on there, right? Because it's all 500. So you've got over 500,000 subs, right? I've got close to 180 something thousand, which is great. It sounds like big numbers, but the percentage that buy, that convert, is such a small number.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, he's got and true, absolutely true. And I get what people say. When I look at it from an investment perspective, obviously, I can't. People may or may not know this. The company is totally funded by me. Nobody owns any bit of it except me.
You're independent.
I'm independent. There was never an investor. I don't owe anybody any money. And if I made 1,000 and it was a flop, it could conceivably sink the company to some degree, and that wouldn't be good. I have people that I pay. People that rely on me, families,
exactly,
everything. So 500 just seemed like a good number, and based on what I did with Loom Shot a couple, I guess 2 years ago, when
shout out to Loom Shot in New York, yeah,
Eric. That sold out actually really quickly. That was a couple hundred pieces, and I guess also just not to dilute your name. Right, I mean,
right.
In the same 1,000 pieces is a big number.
Yeah,
so
a lot of
500.
investment. Also, like, no one's seen the piece. It could,
right.
Nobody could like it.
I've released many watches where we look at it and we go, this thing is gonna. As we all launch day, we're all like, this thing is gonna be awesome, and then we push it live and
tumbleweeds.
yeah. I like to say crickets.
Crickets, right.
Well, one pops, two pop, and then it's like,
right.
I made 100 of these things. Where is everybody? And then some things we do, and we're like, oh my God, I can't believe how this turned out. I'm really not happy with it, but let's go with it, and that takes off.
That's a nice segue into, coming up with the design. Okay, so I wrote there were 4 major criticisms, all right, which we'll address all of them, and I wanted to get your reaction.
Oh, sure.
The first one is that it's a homage.
Okay.
All right. And I get that. If you squint your eyes and don't really watch the video, and you just have a flash of it,
right?
Yeah, sure. It looks like a Ranger. It looks like an Explorer. The problem is that if we do something too different,
right,
too out there,
right,
there is some aspects which we'll get into in a moment. I did force to kind of go a little bit different. For example, the bezel, it's quite
Right.
chunky. I wanted it a little bit, not overbuilt, but kind of like tougher looking.
A little more rugged.
Exactly. So like that was on purpose. And then, you know, having it brushed because of our experience with the SAR, blah, blah, blah. I've explained all this in the video, but every time we do make these decisions, it's you possibly alienating more and more people.
Correct.
So we have no idea how people are going to react to the watch. The economy is not in a great place.
No, not at all.
It is a gamble. It's like you're placing your bets on, you know, a certain number, and you roll the dice or whatever. And so I don't think people acknowledge that. You know, to me, this is what took so long with the design, because I wanted to take from watches that I absolutely adore, that we adore. There was a little bit of aerospace, you know?
Exactly.
Which, you know, it's got to be a bit of you as well.
Yes.
It's funny enough, let me get this guy's name right, but the channel I came across, Which Watch Review. Did you see this gentleman?
I actually did. Yes, I did. I think I commented on the video.
Is it an homage to an Explorer? Is it an homage to the new Ranger that came out? Again, you know, like TGV had said, they actually started designing this before they even knew that was coming out. So a really unfortunate coincidence, not that it mattered to them at all, because all 500 of these sold out within a few hours. But what I'm trying to say is this feels like somebody took time to make this. And it feels like somebody put themselves into this design. Like you can almost just see that.
This is one of those one watch collection watches, isn't it? I love how there is just enough influences with watches from the past, with the modern build. These guys have made something quite nice here, haven't they? I love the fact there's no date, and it's so goddamn thin.
There are just so many intelligently borrowed and utilized design elements that make this sort of an homage, but it still manages to be its own watch as well. I guess my biggest problem is that they only made 500 of them, and they didn't accurately anticipate that the demand would be so high, so they ended up selling out immediately. And that was the end of that.
Il prezzo era incredibilmente vantaggioso, $369 più tasse. Il 10% di tutti gli introiti, tra l'altro, sono stati donati in beneficenza.
It just kind of evokes that, I don't know, just Rolex vibes with Tudor vibes, with SAR vibes. It's just a combination of everything that TGV kind of loves and I love, right? So I think they executed this case and this dial and just the overall watch very well.
Okay, he put the title something, Rangemaster, blah, 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 rant.
Rant, yeah.
I was thinking, oh God, here we go.
But there wasn't much of a rant.
He loved it.
It was a very positive review.
Yeah,
which people can say whatever they want.
Yeah.
I don't care, there's 500 sold.
Yeah.
Say what you want. Say whatever you want to say.
Whatever you want. But what I found interesting about him was that a lot of the issues that he was a little bit dubious about buying it, but he wanted to support us and shout.
Much appreciated.
Thank you very much.
And charities too.
Yes, and the charities, well, we'll get to that. You never know what a watch is going to be like until you see it in the flesh.
Correct.
And I remember when I saw the first pictures of this, I was like, but then I got it. And
Yeah,
I was
then I got your markups. Move this a hair. Yeah. I was like, oh my goodness, this guy's killing me. And lengthen this a bit, right?
that's...
Nah, hey, it worked.
Yeah, it
it's
worked.
Fine, no complaints from me.
So, okay, the next thing. So we talked about the bezel. We talked about the homage aspect.
Which is fine, because it lends a certain, homageness lends a certain familiarity. Familiarity.
I know what you're saying.
You know the word I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
And it just makes people gravitate more.
Yeah.
And it just works. There's a mishmash of a lot of stuff going on.
Would you classify that as a homage watch, though?
No, because it looks like a bunch of different things.
Exactly.
That's kind of my opinion. Tell you, some people that work for me are not watch people.
Right.
And, I went around asking, what do you think? And he's like, it's very easy to read.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that's kind of
the point.
Number one, that's the point. He's like,
exactly.
It's very plain. He's like, a lot of your watches are ornate or this and that. There's a lot going on, colors. He's like, this is just so easy to read. I'm like, yeah, you nailed it.
Yeah.
It's very easy to read.
A lot of people commented on this. The logo at 12.
My logo?
Yeah. Listen, that's your logo.
Yeah.
That's not changing.
It's over here.
It's
on my back.
It's right there. Exactly. That's
Might
your
be on
logo.
my underwear. I'm not telling. I have slippers that have the logo.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm redoing some. I'll get a picture.
Okay.
I'm redoing some stuff in my house, and one of the things we're doing for the summer is we have a patio. I'm actually having the mason put my logo in blue stone on the patio.
That's
He's gonna
amazing.
cut the stone to be the logo. And why not? The logo pays for everything in my life, and it supports everything that I
Exactly.
do. So I'm very proud of it.
Yeah.
So go ahead, continue.
I don't have any issue with the logo, but
Some people do, and I get it.
It was more about they should put the lion at the 12
Yes.
and the other way around. I can't do that because it's your brand.
Right.
You're allowing
Right.
me this opportunity to.
This is like a squally kind of thing, right?
Yeah,
You know, that's kind of
exactly.
the way I would look at it. That's kind of the way I look
Exactly.
at it.
So I feel it will be like bad etiquette. It will just bad form.
No,
It would be disrespectful in a way.
Hey,
Do you know?
if you said to me, I want my lion at the top, I'd say, oh, okay, whatever.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be able to
But
ask
if
you.
your design, it looked good. I'm happy with the way it turns out. Yeah, I've heard all stuff about my logo. Hey, look, I can't buy a clock with a clock on the face. I can't. It's fine.
When somebody said, "Oh, it looks like a subdial,"
Yeah, I get that a lot.
I don't get that. Someone actually said it looked a bit like an exclamation mark with the thing, with the.
Oh yeah, look at that.
But it's like the Amiga,
Yeah,
you know,
the Amiga too. Yeah.
Palle un pisello. I'll say it in Italian because it's a bit less.
You've heard the Breitling one too, right? The B.
Oh God, yeah.
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 Anyway,
yeah, exclamation mark. That's not too bad.
yeah. No, I
It's
see
like
it,
here
and
we are.
and I like it.
Yeah, me too.
That's cool.
Okay, so how should I say this? Will there be a Rangemaster 2?
If you talk to my marketing people, they say there has to be one.
There has to be one. Okay.
Yeah, I would look. I started the brand. It's over because it was over 3 years ago now. And when I first started it, we kind of just like talked jokingly, not joking, but hey, one day maybe I'll make a watch for you or whatever.
Right.
And you know, finally, obviously now we did. But yeah, I'd do it again in a heartbeat. It's
cool.
I'd love it.
Cool.
And maybe we'll make 1,000. Maybe we'll make 10,000.
Now I'm starting to get scared. You see why I didn't sleep much.
Well, I'll
during
tell
those
you,
couple of days.
I think I shared this with you, within a day after the launch, 24 hours after it sold out, there's a little button that pops up on my website, notify me when it's back in stock. I can see the names on that list. There were 1,100 people on that list after 24 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But, you know, let's not be greedy and say, oh, it's going to be 5,000 next time because...
No, I think we should do it to a limited amount again because...
Yes. Well, that's actually a good question. You know, a lot of people said, why make it limited?
Exactly.
So
right.
I don't know if that's one of your questions for me,
It was,
but
yeah.
Oh, it's so good. So why make it limited? My opinion, diluting your logo. Don't want to dilute your logo. I feel it just deserves to be a limited run. I'm not in the business of making people for other watches. I'm not in the business of making watches for other people. That's not what I make. My own brand. I'm happy to collaborate with people and make a limited subset. And that's kind of just what we did here.
I agree. And I think to just suddenly say, oh, we're going to make another 500 of the same watch.
I can't do that.
No, I think...
That's why I number them too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We have to protect those who bought into it. And it's a way of kind of honoring their buy because they're supporting us, but also they believe in the watch.
Correct.
And we believe in the watch. So if there is a Rangemaster 2, it's got to be different.
Oh, absolutely. We're not going to do... I've known brands in the past that will just change like a color of something and okay, new limited edition, and they just change the color. Like the hand might become red. Okay, make another 500.
Right.
Nah, I can never do that.
I have to say, I'm not that I'm guilty of that, but with the Hanhart 417 ES I did, we couldn't change much because it was such an iconic, it's like a heritage piece.
Yep, I get it.
And like, they only do a limited edition, like, I think I was one of 3.
Okay.
And I don't think they're going to do many more.
Well, let me tell you, with all the deep heritage that the Islander has, these full 38 months we've been in business, I'm happy to do whatever you require.
Okay, cool. Off the top of my mind, what do you think? I haven't told you this.
Oh, God.
Polar dial.
Ooh, I like that.
Polar dial.
I do like polar watches.
What do you guys think?
I do like that.
In the comments.
White is like...
Yeah,
I love it.
because that's different.
Yeah, and it pops, it stands out. I make a couple of polar Islanders, and I like it.
I have a few other ideas I'm not going to share. We'll keep it. Something.
So if we want to release something around the same time next year, we have to Gotta start cooking soon.
Yeah, start cooking very soon. Yeah. So guys, what do you feel? I know some of the Gentry members in the Facebook group were doing like mock-ups and all kinds of stuff. The logo's not moving. That's definite.
Here. Oh, I put my finger over your logo. I'm sorry.
Nice.
I'm enjoying an Urban Gentry sparkling water.
Salute.
Cheers.
Chin chin.
L'chaim.
L'chaim. Let's talk a little bit about the charities. So how much?
Oh wait, can I back up for a second?
Yeah.
How about eBay? Really quick, it's kind of interesting to know what's going on eBay
Oh,
with
yes.
the watch. Because
Yeah,
this is like
yeah,
all
yeah.
recent developments. I
Oh
start
my God.
looking. I think one went for $700.
That's nuts. That's crazy.
Now I hope that person might donate some of it to charity.
Well, of course.
They already donated, 15% of, 5%.
Five
5%. I'm sorry.
each.
5%.
Right.
But hey, $700. Donate a little. Send a little more to charity. But
Yeah.
I saw one on eBay for $2,000.
$2,000.
Doesn't mean it's selling for $2,000.
No.
Yeah.
Why? Is it the same seller? They put one for $2,000 and one for $7,000. So you think the one at $7,000 is a better deal?
I didn't investigate all of them. And people have said to me, how can you let people buy multiples? You can't stop it. If you limit it to one person, which I can physically do in the back end, they're just going to create another account under another email address and just buy it again.
Yeah.
It's just you can't.
Yeah.
But there actually not many people bought multiples. Because, as you know, I gave you all the country breakdown of where they went. And I looked, and there were not many multiples sold.
Okay, so in terms of charities, we've selected 3.
That's correct.
And we both agreed on Wounded Warriors.
That's correct.
So half, 50%.
Of the, right. So we said we donate 10% to charity, right? Okay, so
5.
Right, 5. And that's very important that you're giving 5. I think that blows my mind. I mean, really.
Insert
Because blows my mind. I'll be totally frank. You obviously got money for this, right?
Of course.
You got a commission. Right,
I mean, it's a hell of a lot of work, so we're both working.
So I made more than you, but you're donating the same. I thought that was awesome. So so it's easy. Do the math, right? 369 times 500 times 0.1. It comes out to be about 18 or 19 grand.
Wow.
That we're gonna write checks out to the charities that we decided. So I chose Wounded Warriors, we discussed, and then there's a local charity to me called Winter Center for Autism. Which is a local facility that takes, can I read their mission statement?
Yeah, go for it.
It'd just be, rather than me paraphrase.
Yeah, go for it.
They are local to my business in Farmingdale, and actually my nephew Stephen directly benefits from them. So our mission, hi Stephen, I know you're watching. The Winter Center for Autism is committed to enhancing the quality of life for adults with autism through job creation, training, and placement, while helping businesses to develop and implement programs to employ people with autism. So after I had, made that decision, my sister actually, so my nephew, it's my sister's child, my sister actually shared it with them, and they actually reached out to me, and they were thrilled to bits. They're very excited, very happy, so
fantastic.
It makes feel good. So the money stays, for me, it stays local to where we are, in our town, and it also directly benefits, someone that I love, a family that I love. So kind of cool.
Fantastic. Oh, that's really great.
Yeah, thank you.
And then the last charity is St. Jude's, because the audience don't know, but I have a business partner that I do everything with. It's a charity very close to his heart, and he's a big philanthropist. Shout out, you know who you are. So 25% St. Jude's, 25%
Winter Center,
and then 50% Wounded Warriors, because obviously it's a military themed watch. I think it's only right.
Yeah.
So
excellent.
So thank
you
guys.
Everybody else for making it happen.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, I love, a big part of Islander, in doing the brand is that I listen to customers and what they say, and they have the loudest voice. They're the ones that are buying it. I love to read the comments and say, well, what do you think the next one should be? Should it be everything? Should it be a pilot? Should it be a diver? Should we retain this case? I'll listen to anything. A different bracelet. We can do anything. The sky's the limit. We're manufacturing.
In the comments. Anyway, thank you to everyone who purchased one and was lucky enough. I will give a little teaser a bit earlier next time, so you guys are ready.
Yeah, and I feel bad for people on the other side of the world.
Yeah.
Right? You know, it was for them, it was launched at 11 at night or at 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
And I get it.
But then if you don't do it the time here, then you know, like...
The U.S. is our biggest, no offense, the U.S. is our biggest economy.
Right.
You know, at least for my store, you know.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for
Thank
making
you.
it happen.
Yeah,
It's fantastic.
good one, I love it.
Guys, let me know your thoughts down below. Don't forget to like this video. Also, a massive thank you to Marc. Thank you very much, my friend, for sponsoring the. I'm gonna animate.
My daughter does that.
Yeah,
with me.
nice. I'm gonna put like CGI explosions.
Excellent.
Yes, a massive thank you to Marc for sponsoring the video, the production of this video.
Here.
And thank you so much for watching. Okay, guys, ciao.
Ciao.